Welcome back, you almost 900 friends and newcomers who haven't subscribed yet. Today, we will be diving into the creepy true tale of the Codex Gigas, or also known as the Devil's Bible. So turn off the lights, take a seat and join us, shall you? The Codex Gigas is more than just an extraordinary medieval manuscript. It is a relic shrouded in mystery, awe and legend. Often referred to as the Devil's Bible, this tome, measuring a staggering 36 inches tall and weighing 165 pounds, has captivated historians, scholars and the public for centuries. The manuscript has become renowned for its unparalleled size and content, which includes a comprehensive collection of religious texts, historical chronicles, and magical incantations. What truly sets the Codex Gigas apart is not just its impressive physical stature, but the legends that surround it. According to popular belief, the manuscript was written by a monk in a single night after striking a pact with the devil himself. This legend, coupled with the haunting full-page depiction of the devil found within its pages, has contributed to its dark reputation. But beyond the myth lies an intricate work of scholarship, religious devotion, and medieval artistry. The Codex Gigas was created in a period marked by profound religious devotion, political turmoil, and a blossoming of intellectual activity across Europe. Produced between 1200 and 1230 AD, it originated from the Benedictine monastery of Podlazice, a now destroyed site in what is today the Czech Republic. At that time, monasteries were the primary centres for learning and manuscript production. Monks would meticulously copy religious texts, historical accounts and philosophical treatises, making them available to the literate elite. The sheer size and ambition of the Codex suggest it was an exceptional commission, possibly aimed at consolidating knowledge and religious teachings in one monumental volume. Medieval Bohemia was a region deeply embedded in the Christian tradition, yet also influenced by its pagan past. This tension between Christian piety and residual folklore perhaps contributed to the Codex's unusual content, which spans the sacred and the profane, combining the Bible with texts on magic and exorcism. The Codex's eventual journey from Bohemia to the Swedish National Library is a tale of war and conquest. During the 30 Years' War, a conflict that ravaged much of Europe, Swedish forces captured the manuscript as part of their spoils. It had been housed in Emperor Rudolf II's library in Prague, where it had become part of a prestigious collection. After the Swedish army transported it to Stockholm in 1648, the Codex Gigas found its permanent home in Sweden, where it remains one of the most valuable and enigmatic items in the National Library. The physical attributes of the Codex Gigas alone make it one of the most remarkable artifacts of the medieval period. Standing at 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide and nearly 9 inches thick, the manuscript weighs around 165 pounds. Its pages are made from vellum, parchment prepared from the skins of 160 donkeys, which gives the manuscript its distinct texture and durability. Each of the 310 remaining pages out of the original 320 is bound in a robust leather cover decorated with ornate metal fittings, a testament to the craftsmanship of medieval bookbinding. The text is written in Latin, in a precise and uniform Gothic script. What makes this consistency even more impressive is that the entire manuscript is believed to have been written by a single scribe. This uniformity in handwriting across hundreds of pages suggests a level of dedication and discipline that continues to baffle experts. Adding to its splendor are the manuscript's illuminations and illustrations. The text is adorned with elaborate initials, intricate borders and colorful decorations that showcase the artistic skill of its creator. However, the most famous illustration is the full-page portrait of the devil, which stands in stark contrast to the otherwise religious and scholarly content of the manuscript. The Codex Gigas is a compendium of religious, historical and magical texts, reflecting the broad intellectual interests of the time. At its core is the complete Latin Bible, including both the Old and New Testaments. This would have been standard for any religious manuscript of the period. But the Codex Gigas goes beyond mere religious texts, incorporating a wealth of additional knowledge. One of the most significant non-biblical works included in the Codex is Isidore of Seville's Etymologiae, an early medieval encyclopedia that sought to organize all human knowledge into a coherent system. Isidore's work was a cornerstone of learning in the Middle Ages, covering topics as diverse as grammar, medicine, law, and natural science. Alongside Etymologiae is the Antiquities of the Jews by the Jewish historian Flavius Josephus, which provides a history of the Jewish people and was widely read in medieval Christian Europe. Also included is the Chronicle of Bohemia by Cosmas of Prague, a vital historical document that details the early history of Bohemia, adding a local element to the manuscript. Perhaps the most intriguing sections of the Codex Gigas are its texts on magic, exorcisms and spells. These writings provide instructions for repelling evil spirits, curing illnesses, and protecting individuals from harm, reflecting the medieval fascination with the supernatural. Additionally, a calendar is included outlining significant religious dates, further emphasizing the manuscript's role as a comprehensive guide to both religious and secular life. The legend that earned the Codex Gigas the nickname the Devil's Bible is both captivating and eerie. According to the most famous tale, the manuscript was written by a monk named Hermann the Recluse, who had broken his monastic vows and was condemned to death by immurement, being walled up alive. In a desperate bid to save his life, Hermann promised to create a book that would glorify his monastery and contain all of the world's knowledge, and he vowed to complete it in a single night. Realizing that the task was impossible, the monk allegedly prayed to the devil for help. In exchange for his soul, the devil agreed to complete the manuscript, and by morning, the book was finished. As a token of his involvement, the devil's image was immortalized in a full-page illustration. The portrait of the devil, found on page 290, is one of the most striking features of the manuscript. This illustration is considered the only full-page depiction of the devil in any medieval manuscript, lending further weight to the manuscript's ominous reputation. Hermann the Recluse's signature, Hermanus Inclusus, is found in the manuscript, though its meaning is ambiguous. Inclusus can mean either punishment or voluntary isolation, leading some scholars to believe that Hermann may have voluntarily secluded himself to create the manuscript, possibly as an act of penance. Despite centuries of study, many aspects of the Codex Gigas remain unexplained. The most puzzling question is how a single scribe could have produced such a monumental work. Experts estimate that it would have taken 5 years of continuous writing to complete, assuming the scribe worked without pause. However, the more likely estimate is that it would have taken closer to 25 years of regular work. What is even more perplexing is the uniformity of the handwriting, which shows no signs of aging or change over the years. Another enduring mystery is the 10 missing pages. While the Codex is mostly intact, these pages were removed at some point and their contents remain unknown. Archivists and historians have debated what was on these missing pages, with some suggesting they may have contained monastic rules or a continuation of the magical texts. Others believe the missing pages may have held something more controversial, leading to their deliberate removal. There is also the question of whether the Codex was ever completed. Although it contains a vast array of texts, some scholars argue that certain sections feel unfinished, and the missing pages could represent a final chapter that was never added. Today, the Codex Gigas is housed in the National Library of Sweden in Stockholm, where it remains one of the library's most prized possessions. The manuscript has been carefully preserved over the centuries, though its journey has been fraught with danger. In 1697, a fire broke out in the royal castle of Stockholm, where the manuscript was stored. In a desperate attempt to save the library's collection, librarians threw books out of windows, and it is believed that the Codex Gigas was among the volumes hurled to safety. This incident may explain the loss of its 10 pages. In recent years, modern technology has allowed scholars to study the Codex more closely. Digitization has made the manuscript available online, allowing people around the world to explore its contents. The Codex Gigas, with its imposing size, enigmatic content, and the legends surrounding its creation, is a manuscript that has defied easy explanation for centuries. From its origins in a Bohemian monastery to its current home in the Swedish National Library, it has survived wars, fires, and the ravages of time. Its legends, particularly the tale of the monk's pact with the devil, have only added to its mystique, making it one of the most intriguing manuscripts of the medieval period. Yet despite all that we know about the Codex Gigas, many questions remain unanswered. How could a single scribe have produced such a massive and uniform text? What was contained in the missing pages? And most intriguingly, why did the manuscript's creator include both sacred and magical texts within the same volume? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, ring that notification bell, and hit that subscribe button for more creepy true tales. Until next time, my friends,